Welcome to Shade in the City. I'm Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are reviewing, I was about to say
Love.
90 Day Fiancé. We're doing Ready to Love
Season 4.
Episode 6. And guys, we're getting deep up in here. I was telling Chanel, I was like, how many more people do we have left?
Not very many.
Not very many. So hopefully there will be some connections made, and but we'll see who gets eliminated. But make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel, and let's get
hit the little bell.
Oh, hit the little notification bell as well, so you can know when we're coming through with some new shows. Let's get ready to get shady. So we are leading into this episode. We see nephew Tommy sit the guys down and basically say, it's your turn now. So let's check out these ladies, make these connections a lot deeper, and let's figure out who we getting rid of. So it's very quick and to the point. I will say I love the gentleman's lounge. I wouldn't mind visiting.
Me either. Where's it at, nephew Tommy?
We need to know the details. But then we see a date with Walter and Zadia. Can I just say I love her? I think she's so down to earth. And I just think she's beautiful. I think she's so beautiful. So we see a date with her and Walter. And I will say, don't get me wrong, I do like the connection between him and Sabrina. And I think that it didn't take work. It didn't take effort. It was like instantaneous. Mm-hmm. However, with Zadia, they have a lot in common. And they just seem like they have a good vibe, like something that
joke together.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't know if it gives me more homie, lover, friend vibes, or if it gives me like, this could grow to be like a real live relationship, like that we could work together vibes. But I do think they have a connection, and it's cute to see. And we see Walter talk about, his wife again, that passed away, and basically how, he just realized, because he was out here in these streets playing with her. And then when he, finally decided to be serious, she was gone. So basically that affected him a lot. And he, as he says, reverted back to being a 19-year-old single boy and being for the streets. So yes, Walter, I feel for you. I feel your story. You pulling at my heartstrings. I can understand.
Ain't the only thing you pulling in.
But don't do that. Now, however, let me tell you what I can do. Let me just tell you one of my pet peeves. You can't talk about my feet, Walter. Now, I have decent feet. They ain't ugly. But what you will not do, he was up there playing with Zadia, and he was like, girl, them things could grip something from the cat. We're not doing that.
He said quarters.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But Zadia took it well, and that's what I mean by, like, she's so down to earth. Because me, I would have been, not my feet. But
I like that was a date. I think that's a nice date.
That is a cute date.
To go get a pedicure. All females would be okay.
Well, and the fact that he want to sit up there and do it with you and you have a good conversation, Walter.
And I mean, really, technically, that's kind of a cheap date. I mean, it might cost you like $50-$60 for a pedicure, but
I was like, you just talking about the pedicure. You ain't talking about the whole. If she got the full set and the eyebrows and the eyelashes and okay.
That's when that's your lady.
Oh,
I'm talking about this is a date. I think that's like kind of a cheap
that
date.
is.
I think it's
cute.
I think it's creative and cheaper than like a dinner date.
It is. I still would have felt like, could you bring some crackers or something up here so we could eat them at the?
They had champagne.
Can you bring some cheese or something and some crackers and?
I don't know. I wouldn't want all that stuff in the nail shop.
Well, then you're going to have to take me somewhere after. This just can't be the date. This just can't be the date. That's like a treat. That's like an appetizer.
Trees was like, no, I need something. I need something.
Again, we talked about this last review. If it doesn't have food, it's not a date. Okay? I'm not saying you have to go to Ruth Chris. I'm just saying, bitch, pack a picnic basket. That's all I'm saying. Pack some snacks. That's all I'm saying. So I'm really loving this connection between Walter and Zadia. And we learn at the end of this scene, and I just started doing my toes white. The white toes get you chose. So, ladies, if you ain't getting the white toes, just know you need help, it get you chose. Here, y'all, this guy, it started off so well.
They did. It started off really nice. They were having fun, joking, and playing with their chopsticks. She was teaching him a little bit of Korean, which I didn't think she knew how to speak after
her interaction with Tyrone. But
yeah, she was like, yeah.
Maybe when she's initiating it, but somebody trying to do it to her, it's like, no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, so we see Shawn, our newest single that has been added, and then we see my girl Sabrina, and she comes in.
She's looking.
Yes. Can I just say, every episode you serve every episode. I have not seen one outfit, one anything. Now, and you already know your eyelashes falling off, but we won't talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh, see, I wasn't gonna talk about it, Sabrina.
You wasn't gonna talk about it because you don't wear lashes. I wear lashes, so I'm gonna talk about it. Sabrina has been looking on point every single episode. Every single episode. I mean, hair to a T, outfit to a T, makeup amazing. Just Sabrina, you know better. Keep that lash glue in your car, boo.
Not in the car.
In the car. Keep it in the car.
It needs to be readily
and check it before it does. And make sure you check it before you leave.
I don't wear lashes.
That's why I didn't expect you to talk about it.
Okay.
I understand. I get it. She's got lashes.
Yeah.
Okay. She got lashes. You know. But you know, for our ladies who like to enhance the lashes, we know to keep it on us. And Sabrina, I feel like you know better. You on a TV show. She was still cute, but I feel like it was a little distracting with the piece of lash just up here. I even feel like I looked at him for a second and he was like, "What the fuck is that on your eyelid?" Just
see, and that's why I don't do them, because that would be me, and it would be sliding down my eye. That would,
because you wouldn't be the one to check it.
No, it would be sliding down my eye.
She's right.
So Sabrina, I feel you, girl, but
I don't feel like that's Sabrina.
Don't do that.
I feel like she know better.
Don't do that.
I feel like she know better. She should have kept it in her car, but you on TV. You know better.
So we basically see them having a great time, and then all of a sudden things get real serious, and we start having those hard conversations.
Kids.
And I think that I said, or I might have mentioned, I might have edited out, but I think I said last episode or last review that I definitely thought that this was going to be kind of a deal breaker, because we see two women in this group of women who are both dead set on they're not having any more kids, and
they had their kids already.
They had their kids already, and we see a lot of the men that still want children. So it'll be interesting. And you know, Sabrina's like, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I like you, but I want to know where the future is going to go, and if you don't want any more children, what does that mean for us? And she was like, well, what does that mean? And that's kind of where we leave it. And we see the date kind of leave on a, I don't want to say a negative note, but it's a hard conversation. And sometimes it's deal breakers.
It is a deal breaker.
And it's never fun when you can't agree and negotiate and you got to walk away.
Especially about something important like that.
But I applaud Shawn. Like, honestly, because he said, I've been in situations before where I've just been coasting and dealing with women who, you know, are like, oh, I'm not sure, or not really, and then they don't want kids. And he's like, I know this is what I want. So hats off to you, Shawn, for knowing what you want and not settling for less. And hats off to you, Sabrina, for knowing what you want and not allowing a man to change your mind, because you're happy with what you're happy with. And that's okay.
But that makes it kind of hard, though, because at his age, mm-hmm. and you're dating women the same age as you. Most of them
have children by now.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, they're ready to live their life because they, in their younger years, they mm-hmm. raise their kids, and they're ready to take trips and chill and don't have to worry about that. And now, you know, you who is older, wants to have kids, and I just feel like maybe you might need someone a little bit younger. Although his maturity level seems like he may not necessarily match with someone who's younger.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you could find a mature, younger woman. Or, I mean, there are older women who don't have kids, but that doesn't say that you'll match with them. And, you know,
that they're interested in even having children.
Exactly. And that could be a rare find. So, I mean, I feel like maybe he's just looking in the wrong pond right now for his choice.
Or maybe he's just not ready. So as bad as we thought the conversation was really going to go, Shawn, and this is hats off to him, he found a way to bring it back up because, you know, your girl Sabrina was like, well, what do you want? And he was like, I want you. I said, well, Shawn, do we have any friends? I'm just saying. So basically he tells her, like, I'm not trying to waste your time. Like, I want to go on another date with you. I want to see where this goes. And he's even, and this is, now hear me out, Shawn, I just gave you props for knowing what you wanted. So what I need you to not do, because he's now under this mindset, well, maybe she can change my mind. Maybe being with the right person will change my want for kids. I'm not saying it can't happen. And that's beautiful that you want to be optimistic and you think that, you know, falling in love. And I hope that will happen for you. But I just don't think that, like, I kind of was with you when you were kind of ready to, like, just walk the other way only because you know what you want. But clearly there's something about Sabrina that makes you feel as if she may change your mind and make you want different things in life. And I think that's beautiful, but it sounds like you're going into the pattern of coasting again.
Mm-hmm. So we have Camille and Naeem on their first date together. I guess, you know, everybody, you know, is trying to
feel each other out.
Exactly. You know, they made their own connections, but, you know, ready to love, you're supposed to go on dates with other people. So this is their first date. They just want to see how it goes. I got the vibe Naeem wasn't really feeling Camille. She was being a little
they gave me brother sister vibes. Like poke fun at each other, like very friendly, like, but it wasn't like I'm feeling you. Like so there was a particular scene where he fed her oysters. And I don't even know, like, even the way that she came in. So let me preface that. Even the way that she walked into the joint. And she's like, oh, I've been waiting to go to the point. Da-da-da. I've never been at a point on the patio. Yes. And Naeem hooked it up. And so, yes, Naeem hooked it up and da-da-da. Where's my food? Are you going to feed me? I just felt like it was a lie. I mean, I'm all about having standards and expectations, but Jesus Christ, Camille. And so then the food comes and he tries.
He's like, it's coming.
It's coming. And then she's like, and he feeds her the oysters. And she's like, I don't know why he feed me oysters. He ain't getting none. We can't just. Okay. Come here, you alive, but go ahead.
Once again, kid conversation came up.
Mm-hmm. A lot of kids is coming.
This whole episode.
This clearly is the kid episode. But like I said, if you're talking about being with this person for the rest of your life, those are conversations that you need to have. So,
I mean, did they tell him to do it?
No, I'm sure that was
episode. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm sure that was the theme of this episode.
So she spoke about her son, which I didn't know she had.
We didn't know she had a son.
And wanted to know.
That explains that body. Yada.
Not necessarily.
Okay, don't do that.
Okay, there are people out here looking.
Don't do that. Don't do
the
that.
bottles.
But not you, Camille. Not you. You're not in that category.
Well, they said health is wealth. They both work out religiously. So I'm assuming that's why her body's freaking amazing. Anyway, she wanted to know what her son would be calling Naeem. And what do you say? No.
He said Mr. Bilal.
And she
said
or
Mr. Nye.
And she said Mr. Nye. Anyways.
Can I call you Nye? It's just so pretty. It's nice. Like, I don't know. Anyway, So, yes, we also see them, Miss Camille, back at it again.
With the financials.
What's your bank account look like?
Apparently, this is a red flag for Naeem. He is not feeling it. He was like, she's talking to herself because I ain't answering. Basically, he's like,
she was like, do you make like at least 6 figures?
And he's like, did she just ask me how much I make? Like, for him, that was a red flag. He was not feeling it at all. Who else did she ask? She asked Walter. Did she ask?
This is a thing. And I'm not mad at it. She's clearly about her bread. Or wanting to be with someone who is successful and secure financially. I am not mad at that.
But you can't be more like smooth with it. Like asking. Like she like how much you make?
Yeah, no, because you know what it is? I'm sure that's why, again, she's probably gotten supposedly engaged 3 times. She's had more time to finesse the situation, right? In other situations where this is like a few weeks process that you got to figure somebody out. So she's trying to get to the hard questions now. Whereas before, I'm sure in previous relationships, she had time.
But it gives off that you're not stable yourself. That's what it makes it seem like. It's like you're so worried about what their pockets look like that you're not stable yourself and you're looking for... That's your main reason for this relationship is you're looking for someone to help you. Now, let's not get it twisted. Of course, you know, when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to have a helpmate.
Right.
But it
is a partnership.
When you're on first date and you're like, you make over 6 figures, how much you make, what you got in your bank account, like what's your credit score? Like,
yeah.
It's like you're looking like that's what you're looking for. It's giving gold digger vibes a little bit. So I'm sure that's why Naeem felt like it was a red flag. You usually find that out over time. It's not usually like first date type thing.
Camille, sugardaddies.com or something like that. I'm just saying.
Not ready to love.
Not ready to love. So we see Aisha and our boy Phil. Now, I don't know if y'all remember back, I think it was like first episode 1, or it might have been episode 2 when Aisha couldn't make it to deliberations because her car broke down on the side of the road. And Phil, excuse me.
No. Aisha.
Yeah, that was Aisha. You're thinking of Mumin and Corey.
No. I thought Aisha got in a car accident.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm confusing the situation. So yeah, she had gotten a car accident and Phil came to her aid. And that's clearly where this bond has started and apparently has been growing since then. So they finally sit down again to have a conversation. And Phil, you know, basically we see a lot of kid talk. I forewarn you guys. We see a lot of kids.
I feel like this whole episode.
So
everybody's about having kids.
And which is valid. We're ready to love. We're ready to, this is supposed to be our all. So we need to get the it out of the way.
Oh, love means kids?
No, but at this point, because I would think that to them, the point is to find your love and get married, right? Or is that not?
Yeah.
So I think that's why, yeah, if you want kids, like, yeah, then if I want to be with you and have a life with you, then yeah, we got to talk about this stuff. Let's do it now. Do it now. So, yeah, he's like, so what's the deal? You know, and we see a vulnerable moment. Not that I thought Aisha was super hard, but she definitely gives us New York, DC. So she maybe is not as forthcoming or is as emotional as some of the other girls that we've seen in prior episodes.
At least on camera.
Outside of talking about her children. We see another moment.
Because Phil did say that they have, you know, he's opened up. She's opened up to him.
Yeah. So we see basically, you know, we do see her, you know, break down a couple times in a few prior episodes when it comes to her kids. And here's another moment where we get on the subject of kids and he's like, well, are you really done? And she's like, well, I don't want to have any more children, but that's really to mask the fact that I don't want to be a failure because I had trouble carrying the 2 that I have and I've already lost one. And can I tell you, Aisha, girl, I was literally over here holding back tears because I get it. And that's some heart to feel like you are a failure as a woman and you can't do what you feel God brought you, what you were put here to do. Mm-hmm. So I definitely get it. And I really enjoyed them showing this moment between them and the vulnerability. And I get it. Maybe that's not information to share with everybody. And I appreciated that she shared it with Phil.
Yeah, she said he deserved it.
But I also was telling Chanel off camera that I think that it would have been nice if she would have like, because see, the thing is, I think the guys have this thing where like, oh, so you're just not having no more kids. And they have this hard stance. And some people do. But Aisha even admitted, she's like, I just don't want to fail you. I just don't want you to, I don't want to be disappointed in myself.
Probably not even go through that.
And even, yes, because it's traumatic and it's emotional. Mm-hmm. So I totally get where she's coming from. And I was just like, wow, like, you know, I really respected him for being there for her and just like comforting her. And it was a really cute moment. And I like their dynamic and I like where they're going. And he seems like he respects her. And I like the fact that I don't think that she was saying like, oh, I'm changing my mind. But she let him know this is my reservation. But no, it's not the end all be all. Mm-hmm. And that's, I hate to say it, I think that's what all of them want to hear.
Yeah.
Is that you just haven't shut any doors. Leave it open a little bit. We can talk about it. It may close at some point, but leave it open. Like Bruno, leave the door open.
I don't see nothing wrong with shutting the door.
But I'm just saying, leave the door open. Like Bruno. Leave the door open.
We got Coco.
Oh yeah, Coco.
Courtney and Cornelius.
Yes.
Here in this scene,
you see Courtney is giving her physical touch.
Mm-hmm. And Cornelius,
as she loves to do. And I love it. She always kills it in this outfit. I love it. Just everything she does, she kills it. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry.
Cornelius has made it clear to her that he's the type that likes to wait.
He wants to wait for marriage.
And she's like, I'm a sexual person, and
as fine as you are, I am not going to be able to wait to test these waters. And he was like, it's just the end. I'm kind of with Cornelius, right? I'm with him. I'm not saying I'm doing it, but I'm with you.
I can do it.
I get the anticipation of like, oh, we're going to do it on our wedding day. We're going to do it. I'm Courtney. I'm Courtney. But yeah, so no, they basically have a serious conversation and he's just like, that was a big thing for me. And, you know, although I'm very attracted to her and she checks a lot of the boxes, these are one of the things that are kind of like off-putting is I want a woman that, you know, wants to wait and respect that. And, you know, he's big into his faith. And I think that's super dope. You don't see so many men out here doing that no more. So
actually stating that they want to be the ones to wait
because of their faith and they respect it so much and their values and their beliefs. So all I'm gonna say is Cornelius, you was just getting points or just getting the points. I'm just saying.
As he should.
As he looks really bad.
How you really feel.
Okay, guys. So now we see our beautiful, cute little kind of double date scene going on. We have Mumin and Frank. Thank you for reminding me. And we have Sabrina and Dante. And they go to Swingers in DC, where you'll see us one day. We'll record live from there and give you the live experience. So it looks like a really cute date place, like little putt-putt, indoor golf or whatever. And as they're like, you know, just bonding and Sabrina can clearly got her putt-putt game down.
Because apparently she was whooping ass.
She was whooping ass straight out the gate. So they go off into two pairs and we see Sabrina and Dante, which we see over here on the right. And then we see Mumin and our boy Frank on the left. And she's like, yeah, you know, I'm really like, you know, I don't want to have any more. Again, we're here with the kids. We're talking about the kids. And she's just like, you know, my daughter's father has never been there. So I just don't want, like, I get it. She just don't want to do that again. She just want to like concentrate on making sure her daughter's good and bringing a positive figure into her or some type of figure because she's never had it. Mm-hmm. And that's where she stands. And I can appreciate that. Dante lets us know that he has 3 kids.
By 3 different baby mamas. I'm going to just say, nephew Tommy.
When we screen these people, and I'm not saying, okay, hear me out. Just because you have 3 kids and 3 different baby mamas and it didn't work out 3 times, that doesn't mean that you're not ready to love. I just don't think maybe this is a platform for you.
I just think that's a red flag.
You might have commitment issues though. But I'm gonna move on because I'm not trying to pick on anybody. Do you have anything else to add to Dante?
I started to say something. I'm leaving it alone.
Okay, we're gonna leave you alone, Dante. We respect. I'm glad that you have. He says he has great relationships with all of the mothers of his children, all 3. And I hope that's true. You know what's funny though? Sabrina took it well. Because I'll be honest with you. We would have been on a date. It might not have been the end of the date, but the tone would have changed for me if it was me dating. Like, I would have been like, oh, okay. I think it's about time for me to go home. Like, I would have hit you with that number, bruh.
Pretty much.
Sabrina was like, no, well, as long as you have a good relationship with your kids' mothers. And that's why I said she took it. Whether it was bullshit or not, she did a good job of it on camera.
Is it fucked up that I feel like for a DC dude saying that means that they still fucking?
No, okay, so now we're going to move again, y'all, we live in the area. We've dated in DC. So now we see Mumin and Frank. Mumin, they talk about her choice to basically remain abstinent or, celibate until marriage. And he lets her know, I am a very hypersexual person. But he, we see him in the confessional and basically he's like, but honestly, Mumin, like the vibe she gives me, and I don't know if y'all see this. What were they doing? What was this little
they were doing Lady in the Tramp. They had like
Lady in the Tramp where they do the noodle and
yeah, but I think they had like a piece of bread or
it didn't go right because it was too small. They just wanted to kiss. That was that was about.
That was cute.
It was cute, but you can just kiss me because I like food, y'all. So I don't like you taking away from my food experience just because you want to be romantic. Like all that feeding me and
I'd rather be romantic with a dude without
you messing with my food.
No, I was gonna say without 3 baby mamas.
Oh, stop. See you back to Dante. Anyway, so basically he's like, maybe I can respect her decision and maybe fall back from feeling like I need to be physical and just really be happy with like her decision and wait on her. And for a man to say that, like, and he's telling you he's hypersexual. He's like, I like sex, but yo, you got me thinking maybe I'd be willing to wait for you. I think that's super dope. Stop it. I see it in your face. Stop it. I think it's very sweet. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I think it's very sweet. And you get a round of applause for me.
This is shade,
Frank.
Pity. Why can I not shade?
Frank, you get a round of applause for me. For waiting the good wait.
It's deliberation time.
Yes, it is.
And the guys are discussing who they want to send home.
And who they want to keep. Who are the deepest connections with?
Cornelius says he is okay sending Courtney home.
Kind of threw her under the bus.
Yeah, that was a shocker for me.
It was. I was really surprised because remember I told you I was like, no, Cornelius faking. He would take that kitty if she was giving it.
You did say that.
I did say that. I was like, no, Cornelius is out here. And hats off to, I'm not judging Cornelius by all means. I actually have a whole new respect for you that you are really standing in you're like, no, these are my beliefs, my standards, and I want to wait to find the right person before I consummate. Yo.
And what I tell you? I thought he was a good dude.
Anyway, so
let's find out about Walter.
So
Walter, jury's still out on you.
Anyway, so Walter says that you can see Walter. A lot of the men are just like Sabrina, and you can see him starting to be like. And I'm not gonna say I kind of like that a little bit. I was like, yeah, you get a little jealous. That's cute.
I mean, she dresses bomb.
She's beautiful, but I think he was. From my feeling that I got from him from watching it, and him with the other girls, because we don't get to see behind the scenes, it came off to me like he's so secure in his position with Sabrina that he doesn't have to date her. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was cute to see when other people were like, oh, my connection with Sabrina. He was like, no. That's that. He turned it to Camille. All them faces, he turned it to Camille. So speaking of Camille, a lot of the guys chime in and say like, yeah,
ain't giving nobody else a chance.
She ain't giving nobody else a chance. She's clearly here for what she's here for, and that's what she's here for. And they say they really not feeling that vibe because she's not going through the process as everybody else. We learned that a few men have a thing for Zadi. What is it? Zadi of the body. So that'll be interesting. And everybody still has a thing for Shiloh. Shiloh is still at the top of a lot of people's list. One name that was unfamiliar that we finally hear is Tasia. And Shawn talks about how he really enjoyed his time with Tasia, which we've never heard anyone else say. But like I said, I think that we also saw a different side of Tasia this particular episode, which made us like, oh, okay, that's cute. Because other dates, I just felt like she was, I don't know, it was just weird.
You know what I wonder though? So you know how everybody kind of auditions for the show.
Uh-huh.
They probably pick off of, you know, who would be a good match for who, and then they just throw everybody in this house together and they all meet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who they thought that the people would end up with.
Oh yeah, like the matchmaker person,
Yeah,
who they thought they would end up
like,
with.
okay, well, this would be a good match for him. Or this would
yeah.
I want to know who they thought that everybody would end up with.
Inquiring minds want to know.
That would be kind of cool.
Well, guys.
They have made their choice.
They have made their choices. And we see that it's gonna be down to Camille and Courtney. Calvin Klein.
And actually, I feel like Cornelius kind of threw
Courtney under the bus.
He's like,
all I'm gonna say is maybe Camille and Cornelius was having some more conversation outside in their private time, and she was like, "You better get rid of it." No, that's what I'm saying. But
if that's the case, he could have just stopped fucking with her and fucked with Courtney, and Courtney clearly made it clear like that she would be down for whatever.
Well, Camille basically and Dante sit down. Camille was just real. I was not feeling her attitude. She was like, well, I'm not feeling you, so I'm not looking forward to sitting down to this. And I don't know if she was worried because she knew like it was, you know, elimination, or if she just was like, I'm really not interested in him. She was like, this definitely could have been a Zoom call. I was like, whoa.
I don't think.
Whoa, Camille. I was like, talk about, like, she leaves nothing unsaid. She was just like, no, I don't. She was like, I don't care that I'm not connecting with any of the other men. I'm not feeling them. So that part.
She's kind of like, I made it clear who I'm connecting with. And
so don't try to get rid of me because I don't want none of y'all. But it's kind of how you play the game, Camille. So it'll be interesting.
I guarantee you she feels like even if she went home, her and Cornelius are still going to have their
thing.
Yeah.
And then we see Courtney and Walter, and I feel like since the first episode or second episode, this is the first time we've seen them link up since the double date and like actually be on their own. So this was cute. She's coming from a long day at work, obviously. And they talk about how, you know, she still has some walls up in this process, but she's trying to get through it. And basically he breaks to her that, you know, a lot of the guys are feeling like you're giving homie vibes. And party girl vibes, which were mentioned. And he's like, you know, and he's like, even when we went on a double date with Cornelius and Camille, he's like, I felt like I wasn't even there because y'all were both going for Cornelius. He was like, you definitely friend zoned me.
Yeah, he was like, what am I here for?
So, and she couldn't say anything to it. She couldn't. I don't think I saw it like that when I watched it, but hey, if that's how you feel, I am not going to invalidate your feelings.
Well, they were both there for Cornelius.
I said I'm not going to invalidate his feelings. So I didn't see it that way, but I'm not going to invalidate
Of course you didn't, because that should be.
Anyway, so basically we see that they let Courtney go home. They feel like she is not ready to love at this point. and still has a little bit to do on her journey. I just kind of felt like I really like Courtney. Sorry, Mike, she's gone. But I really like her, and I didn't think anything was wrong with her, but she wants some pain. I'm sorry, guys. Like, it's human. Y'all mad at her because she wants some pain. It don't mean she's not ready to love because she want to test it out. Whereas Camille yes, she is ready to love, but she has shut herself down from anybody else in going through the process to be with Cornelius. So if that's the case, go to Cornelius one-on-one and say, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm ready to love you. But the problem is Cornelius still wants to go through the process.
I think part of the reason why, not just him, but a guy wouldn't want to date Courtney after just being on the show for a few weeks, and she's kind of insinuating like that she would be down to fuck.
Oh, okay. So you think she's giving thought?
And I mean, it's not for any particular reason. It's only been a few weeks, so I feel like it gives the impression like, if you're willing to do that with me
and you just met me,
yeah.
Oh no, you don't give thought, Courtney. I don't give thought for me. Bad Chanel. Shady Chanel. Shady Chanel. Thank you so much for watching Shade in the City and letting us review Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 6 for you guys. We'll hope you join us next week for our Thanksgiving special. I'm making Chanel make a dish as well as myself. And we'll let you review it.
Apparently, I'm finding out about this. I'm just finding out about this.
We're having a Thanksgiving special.
It's a surprise Thanksgiving special.
So yes, we hope you guys will join us next week. Thank you so much for your support. So make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
join, and hit the bell.
Hit the little notification bell so you know when we're coming through. And we thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe.